These are the 25 best seeds for building in Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition. This video will be split into 5 parts, each with 5 unique seeds: cherry blossom, survival islands, mountains, lakes, and finally cliffs. You can find the seeds and coordinates in the comments below, and let's start off with cherry blossom seeds. When you load up number 25, you'll have the most perfect building location I've ever seen. You have this really cool meadow mountain with plenty of space to build, surrounded by a moat of water to protect you from mobs, and then a beautiful ring of cherry blossom trees around that. Number 24 will spawn you near a ring of cherry blossom trees just like the last seed, but this time on top of some mountains. Coming inside of the circle, you'll find a nice sunflower plains, which gives you a ton of space to build, and a nice little pond in the middle. And just like last time, no matter which direction you look, you're always going to have a beautiful view. If you're too claustrophobic for those seeds, then check out number 23. Once again, you spawn near a nice mountain range of cherry blossom trees, but this time one of the sides is completely open, and over here has a lot of cool terrain as well. I'd recommend checking it out. But coming back to the main area, you've got a lot of plains giving you space to build, and a ton of huge caves nearby for you to explore. The 4th cherry blossom seed is yet another cherry blossom ring, but this one is still unique from the last 2. So this one, instead of having mostly plains on the inside, has a large pond in the middle, which would be perfect for a lake house, still giving you enough plains on the sides to build for other things. And all the cherry blossom trees, I mean, this seed really has it all. The 5th cherry blossom seed is kind of a mix of the ones we've seen so far, with this elongated row of mountains with pink cherry blossom trees on the top, a lot of plains for you to build, and a nice little pond back there at the end. Like I mentioned, there's a ton of plains down here giving you enough space to build whatever you want, with the mountains surrounding you giving you good views from all sides. And my favorite part about this seed is the massive cave system right beneath you, so you don't have to travel very far to get all the resources that you're gonna need. And if you don't want to build inside of that area, you can come just outside to this nice circle lake with the plains inside and 2 villages nearby. Alright, one more cherry blossom seed as an honorable mention. This one is pretty similar to the others. You have the cherry blossom trees on top of the mountains, but this one has a nice plains biome in the middle with a village climbing up the side. So there are the cherry blossom seeds. If you're enjoying, make sure to subscribe to not miss any new seeds found by the community. And with that, let's move on to island seeds with number 20's Double Mountain Island, and this thing is so big with so much to explore. It has caves to explore, a lot of flat area to build, but most importantly, 2 massive mountains as a beautiful backdrop, one with snow and then the other one with just rocks. Both of these mountains create a valley cutting through the middle of the island, which in my opinion looks super cool. And if you come over to the edge of the island, you're gonna find a village and some massive cliffs for you to explore. If that island was too big for you, the number 19 spawn island will be much better. You'll find one large plains island over here, and then a second smaller plains island over here that I think would be perfect for building your house. The 2 sides of the island are cut by a river, which I think looks super cool. Now coming over to the bigger plains island, you're gonna find a village with a blacksmith in it, a nether ruins portal in the middle, and then also an underwater ravine that exits out the side of the island. This is a really chill one with enough resources on it to let you survive here without having to leave, which is why I love it so much. I also love the island on number 18, arguably more than that last seed. Now, completely opposite to that last seed, this is a big island with a lot of different types of forests, big mountains, and a huge pond with a village on the side. What's even cooler is that mountain back there, you can actually fly straight through the middle of the whole island from one side all the way out to this pond over here. The mix of the 2 villages, the nether ruined portal, the nearby ocean monument, all of the resources, the mountain, and the big pond is what makes this the perfect survival island. Number 17 isn't a survival island in the traditional sense, but rather this, and I still think it looks super cool. When you load up this world and come to these coordinates, you're gonna be greeted with a large circle island surrounded by a circle river, and this thing looks awesome. I love how one half is spruce and one half is oak and birch, perfectly split down the middle. This would make for the perfect house location. For the 5th and final island seed, we're going back to one that is so big you'll never be able to explore it all, and this thing has so many unique building locations. This island is filled with huge snowy mountain rings with spaces to build in the middle, a ton of caves that you're able to explore, a ton of plains if you want to build, and a bunch of massive cliffs around the side of the island. You can really only understand the magnitude of this seed if you actually try it out for yourself. It's super cool. Now, if you don't like the island aspect and you only want the mountains, then let's move on to mountain seeds, where number 15's massive mountain range gives you the perfect background no matter where you look. For real, look how massive these mountains are, some of them peaking at Y level 300. It's also got tons and tons of plains biome down here, giving you plenty of space to build, with these massive mountains giving you the perfect protection from all sides. For real, like, I don't even think I have to explain anymore. Just check these things out. This seed is absolutely insane. Number 14 has a nice snowy mountain circle with a ton of spruce trees for wood and a large meadow in the middle for building. Once again, my favorite part about this seed is it doesn't matter which direction you look, you're always going to have a beautiful backdrop out of your house. It's also littered with caves, so you're not going to have to travel very far to get your resources. And I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Let's keep number 13 short. It's very similar to the last seed we just saw, but this time it is much, much bigger. It has a big oak forest in the middle for plenty of wood, and it still has a plains biome for space to build. I'm not even sure where to begin for number 12, so let's just take you right through this seed. Now, it is about 5,000 blocks away from spawn, but once you get out here, you'll find this large plains biome that cuts between two mountains. This one is a huge mountain range with cherry blossom trees, and then the inside is a nice little hill. Now, if you follow that hill, it's going to lead you over to this snow circle with a cave directly in the middle. And even just looking past that, look at all of the different mountains and things to explore, with the plains biome surrounding, giving tons of space to build wherever you want. This seed is littered with villages and different areas to explore. I just can't show you the size of it in one video. You're gonna have to check it out for yourself. If you don't feel like traveling 5,000 blocks, welcome to seed number 11, which still gives you a couple of huge mountain ranges, but more importantly, a ton of plains. Look at all this plains around me. This will give you infinite space to build literally whatever you want. It's got villages in the area, a ton of different biomes, and like I mentioned, a bunch of huge mountains in the area, which will give you the perfect backdrop in multiple locations. I mean, check out the size of these things. Look at that. So cool. I mean, come on, check this out. You're telling me you don't think this is the perfect building location? Come on, guys. Let's now move on from big mountains to huge lakes, where number 10 does not disappoint. You'll spawn right in the middle of this huge mountain ring, this time with Pale Garden on the top, dark oak, and then of course the main attraction, this huge lake in the middle. In my opinion, it's the perfect size to give you plenty of space to build whatever you want, but once again, it has that beautiful backdrop. Look at this, it's pretty much a perfect circle around you. This seed looks so cool. And like I mentioned, my favorite part of this seed is you literally spawn inside of the circle, so you don't have to travel at all to get out here. Number 9 looks pretty similar to that last seed, although a little bit different, and it does spawn you just outside of the circle. Once again though, you've got a large mountain range of pale garden trees on the top, dark oak forest, and then a smaller pond in the middle. Now the seed is pretty cool, however, if you hop over into Java Edition, there's a mansion inside of here as well. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Moving away from the Pale Garden for number 8, this one is a Badlands biome that you spawn in with a huge river in the middle, which looks really weird against the hot biome. But this thing is absolutely massive, and what I love about this one, similar to a lot of the other seeds, is again, there are huge mountains giving you full 360 protection if you decide to build down here. I also find it cool because Badlands biomes are generally really hot, and there's a desert nearby, so the fact that there's just a massive pond in the middle of this makes this seed super cool. If you want something more secluded, welcome to seed number 7, and let me take you around because there is a lot to show you. So to start off, of course, you've got that big lake in the middle here with some massive 100-block tall cliffs on all sides. And if you come through the only open side over here, it's going to take you right into a massive mountain range. Now, if you haven't already noticed, in the side of all of the cliffs are some massive lush caves exposed to the outside. If you follow some of these lush caves in, you're actually able to go all the way down into a massive cave system. At the bottom of this cave system, it takes you down to an ancient city, which is super cool. Now, this cave is huge, and there's a ton of lush cave on the roof. A lot of deep dark and some huge lava pits. And look at what I just found, a massive mine shaft in this cave as well. This thing really just keeps on going. So yeah, not only does this lake seed have a really cool surface, but it also has a huge cave system underneath. The 5th lake seed is the simplest, but arguably my favorite one so far. This lake is over 300 blocks and extends down to Y level -45. Coming from a bird's eye view, you can also see it is in almost a perfect circle and is surrounded by a bunch of smaller mountains, a ton of trees, and so many other cool things that you need to check out. I mean, really, this seed is absolutely massive. I can't imagine there's anything here that you wouldn't be able to build. As well, if I come down inside of the water, you can see there are ores and things exposed all the way down here at the bottom, so you don't even have to mine. You can just hop down here and collect all of your iron and diamonds super easily. Now that's it for the 5 big lake seeds. It's time to move on to the 5th and final section, the cliff seeds. But right before that, if you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for weekly seed showcases. And now let's get into the cliff seeds with number 5. And we're starting off with a banger. This cliff seed is absolutely insane. Coming down here, there's a cliff to your left with some massive mountains on it there. And then there's a cliff island to the right, and this thing looks awesome. It's hollowed out down here with some caves exposed to the outside. Then between those 2 cliffs, there is a huge water channel cutting through the middle of it. I mean, oh my gosh, this looks awesome. Even coming behind, you're gonna find even more cliffs, even more mountains. I mean, this cliff seed looks awesome, and there's so much to explore here. Cliffs are awesome and survival islands are awesome, so mixing both of them into one spawn seed is so cool. This cliff island is over 130 blocks from the top to bottom, and what's really cool about this one is the cliffs go 360 degrees around the island, so there's no good way to get up or down. On the top of the island, you're gonna have a bunch of trees for resources, and there's a ton of caves exposed to the outside, making for a really cool island. Have you ever found yourself saying, man, I love pillager outposts, but I wish they were 166 blocks tall? No? Okay, well, here it is anyways. I don't really know what is going on here, but this pillager outpost spawned all the way at the top of this weird cliff thing, if that's what I can call it, with one piece of the outpost, like I mentioned, 166 blocks. Now, something even cooler than that is there's a village down here. However, if we come all the way up here to the top, there is also another villager's house up here. But wait, there's even more. There's a nether ruined portal up here at the top, and if you come all the way back down to the bottom, there's a witch's hut. A witch's hut, a pillager outpost, ruined portal, and a village on whatever this thing is. I still don't know what to call it. This seed is so weird. Okay, seed 2 is massive and has so many things to explore. You need to check it out for yourself, but I'm going to give you a really quick rundown of everything you can expect. Massive 200 block tall mountains with so many different areas to explore. This cliff island over here with a face in the side of it. Running over in this direction, there are even more massive cliffs with a ton of water passageways cutting through the middle of all of it. And really, it just keeps on going. I mean, check out this area here. A ton of water, huge cliffs, and massive caves in the sides. Around this area, there's also tons of plains for you to build, so you're never gonna run out of space. Then moving further on to the mainland, you're gonna have another mountain next to this one with a crevice cutting through the middle and a village inside. Like for real guys, I can't show you this entire seed. There's just too many cool things and too many places to build. Hey look, there's an ancient city below you as well. And a stronghold. Oh my god, this seed just keeps on going. The 5th cliff seed is similar to that last one because there are so many different areas to explore. You'll find 100 block tall cliff walls with exposed caves on the side. And if you follow those caves down, you're gonna find yourself inside of an ancient city. You'll also find villages and ruined portals in a plains valley sandwiched between 2 massive mountains. This seed is filled with so many cool things to explore and so many cool places to build. I just can't cover it all in one video. That's all for the 25 new best building location seeds. Check out either one of the videos on your screen right now for more seed showcases, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. BlazedMC out.